Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine and I'm here with Charles B. Robinson, who is the President and CEO of American Cruise Lines. We're at Seatrade. We just had a press conference and we went over how you're growing. We went over Project Blue and we went over land packages and also air, all from American Cruise Line. And this is Insider Travel Report. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, Alan.
That's a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff, a lot planned.
Let's give a quick overview of American Cruise Lines. How many ships? You're growing. That's amazing. Let's start there.
Sure. We have a lot under construction right now, but we have a lot all over the country too. We have 15 ships and operate in 34 states.
That's impressive.
And we see a lot of different things along the way. But the growth is what we're, I guess, really here to talk about and announce today.
All right. So right now you have how many ships? And how do they break down?
So right now, as I said, we have the 15 ships, but we have 2 under construction for delivery this year. 2 more riverboats, sister ships to the American Melody, which debuted last year. Right. And after that, we get into the Project Blue fleet, which is our small coastal cruisers. And we have the first 2 of these under construction right now, just in their infancy of construction, but they'll start getting delivered next summer.
So let's explain what Project Blue is. You're formerly known as a river cruise company, but this opens up a new vista.
Absolutely, and we really started on the coast. Our first ship back in whenever it was a 49 passenger ship on the East Coast, and we did Chesapeake Bay, New England, and we've built several coastal ships over the years, but not in the last 6 years or so. And so Project Blue is really our continued commitment to get back to the coast and bring the same product that we've developed for the rivers to the East and the West Coast.
Well, to work our way to Project Blue, so you started with paddle wheelers, and you're a nimble company because you build. And so, and I enjoyed the story today where you discussed how that first modern ship was nerve-wracking to you, and then what happened? Well, what happened was that you were impressed with the response and so nimble that you made a bunch of modern ships right away. And now you're nimble because you're coming up with a whole new design for Project Blue.
That's it. The first modern riverboat debuted in 2018, and it was so well received that we instantly ordered 6 of them. And so now, by the end of this year, we'll have that 6th ship in just 4 years with a pandemic in the middle and so forth. But we're also thinking about the future and bringing that same well-received design aesthetic to the coast. And Project Blue is the manifestation of that.
And so you're bringing all the best stuff from the modern river ships, and I saw in the design the colors, very calming, very European almost.
That's it. It's a very sophisticated design aesthetic on board, but it also brings other things we've learned from the rivers too. The very active orientation, having kayaks and bikes available on board, the alternative dining venues so that people have different options at any time. Things that you would normally not find on a small ship, especially a small ship in this country, are available on those.
Will Project Blue also be able to seat everyone in each of the venues as you have done in the modern river ships?
It will be, and this is one of our hallmarks over the years, is to have lounges that can accommodate all the guests together for one congenial cocktail party, and then a dining room that can seat every guest on the ship so that there's open seating and a lot of camaraderie forms on board.
And you're going to continue delving into culinary and entertainment?
We do. We have the alternative dining venues that I mentioned, but we're also building the culinary experience into the shore tours. And so agro-tourism is a big new trend that we're seeing and getting into. More brewery tours or dairy tours or going out to a farm and actually seeing the produce that's grown there and then sampling it and then having it that evening for dinner on board.
And just to bring you guys along, so from paddle ships to modern river ships to these new Project Blues, which are what? They're designed how?
They're different. They're a semi-catamaran design, a pretty unique design that we've come up with ourselves.
The reason?
It was a pandemic design challenge for our engineers, but we wanted something that was small enough for New England, stable enough for the Northwest, and still had a very shallow draft for some of the smallest harbors and shallow rivers around the country.
So this catamaran will be stable also in the ocean?
It will be. It will. The catamaran design is really what gives it the stability. And I said a semi-catamaran because it transitions to a more traditional monohull, and that's what gives it the shallow draft.
But it's still going to accommodate 50. Was it 50 staterooms?
I believe it's 56 staterooms, but 109 guests,
right.
And we have several. We have several single staterooms on board.
Right. So this is great. So when will we start seeing those?
Next summer, and there'll be construction photos here before too long. But right now we're just cutting steel and building frames.
One of the things I'm concerned about always is that the travel advisor is aware, especially the ones who haven't booked your line. How do they do that? How do they get involved?
We have a tremendous travel agent network and business development people around the country.
And start at the website?
They start at the website.
Is there an agent portal?
There is, and so you can get signed up online, get connected with one of our business development managers, and they'll help any travel agent get started. But we have terrific travel agent partnerships around the country.
And the URL is?
AmericanCruiseLines.com. Thanks for the prompt.
So other announcements are that you've got land tours extending the trip. If people like traveling with you, why not extend?
That's our thought, and so we've rolled out these new pre and post cruise packages. The most robust ones right now that we offer are these national parks packages that go to Yellowstone, Grand Teton, and Glacier National Parks, all in 7 days, and all as a post cruise extension from our Columbia River cruises. And those have been really, really well received as people just want to get out of the house and stay out longer and still stay in that secure environment that we create.
You make it easy for them because you're now dealing with airfare.
That's it, and so that's the other part of our commitment to provide that full service package for both guest convenience and for the travel advisor's convenience also. It's sort of one-stop shopping for everyone.
That's great. Now, any final message to travel advisors as they consider we're cruising again? What do you want them to know?
Check us out. We're growing fast, and it's never been better to cruise close to home.
Thank you for talking to us.
Thanks, Alan.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.